You're welcome to the History Books on POV Nigeria. This is an interactive magazine program where we take you back to our history archives to learn and understand the story behind the story. It is widely said that a country without a sense of its history is a soulless country. In Nigeria, however, the little or total knowledge lack of events in the past have only widened the gulf of animosity amongst the Nigerians. Lamentably, for example, Nigeria today has no official account of the 1967 to 1970 Nigerian-Biafran Civil War, which has made it even more difficult for the younger generation to understand what happened, why it happened, and what needs to be done to avoid such in the future. Joining me virtually from Bukuru in Jos South Local Government Area of Plateau State to discuss this very important issue with me today is Chief Sir Ben Olisa Amaka Igwebuike. He is a historian and a strong advocate for the preservation of the Igbo culture. Nani, you're welcome to History Books on POV Nigeria.
Thank you very much, my son. You're welcome.
Okay, Nani, let us start with your perspective and your account of what happened on the 6th of July 1967 when officially the Nigerian-Biafran War was declared. How old were you at the time? Where were you at the time? And what ran through your mind at the time?
When the war started, that was 1967, precisely 6th July. That time now was 25 years. I was at Onitsha at that time. And I was working with a printing press, that is Igwebuike printing press. I was a printer by that time. When the crisis started, nobody liked it. But what led to the crisis or to the war was very, very unpleasant. We were living at Olisa with my senior brother. And what we saw was aching to the heart. How women, pregnant women, were butchered, their bowels or their stomach were opened and the children were cut in pieces. And from the north here, their dead bodies were packed in 911 buses and vehicles brought to Onitsha. You know, Onitsha was at the center of the entire east that leads to the north and to the west. So all the dead bodies were clustered in Onitsha. Buses or 911 vehicles. So that led to an anguish to the entire people who were living at Onitsha those days. You see, so with that ugly sight, nobody felt happy and nobody felt safe. You see, so that led to the war.
Considering the many consequences of war, did you at any point wish that the Nigerian-Biafran Civil War abruptly ended?
No one could say that he's in love with war. Because war comes up with destruction, both life and property, and no movement, no freedom of any type. You see, because you don't travel or go where you intend going. You see, so everybody prayed that the war could end, so that there would be freedom for everyone to travel to wherever he loves to travel. More so, we, the nation of Igbos in Biafra at that time, we were entuned to the life of going completely out of one place, traveling from one place to the other. You see, in search of one thing or the other that will be beneficial to our lives. But where that is not obtainable, no one could stand up to say that it's desirable, that is good.
And how did you feel when the war transitioned from the first year to its second year?
We were praying and asking God to make it possible that the war should end. And where it doesn't come to our wish or how we wanted it, there's nothing we could do other than saying that let us continue to battle to free ourselves. You see, so the whole thing centered on our security, because we saw that we were not safe throughout the whole Nigeria. We weren't safe.
During the 2.5 years of war, there were about 100,000 military casualties on both sides. What was the atmosphere like when, after the war ended, it was discovered that many loved ones weren't coming back home, obviously because they were possibly dead?
It wasn't funny at all. For one to lose their one, what nobody envisaged would happen. To me in particular, 2 of my cousins were deleted during the war. 2, and then other friends, like one of my brother Michael, then the entrance into university before the war, before the Nigerian-Biafran War. And one other cousin of mine, after the war, we couldn't see them. And those of them that we were close with them in their own sector of the battlefield reported that they were killed. It was a terrible trauma. It was a trauma to every member of the family. The news of such a terrible thing.
Finally, at the end of the Nigerian-Biafran Civil War, which was obviously declared no victor, no vanquish, the Nigerian panel decided to open a £20 account for every Southeasterner. How did you invest your £20 as at the time, and was it enough for you?
That was the height of inhuman to him. That is a pressure that was very, very inhuman to us. All the money we made, £20 was given to a man, no matter how much you have made. And not only giving you £20, you will be beaten. They will see how we were being flogged in the back, as if to say we were savage animals. You see, we were being beaten. And the army, they delegated the armies to be beating us, to be flogging us like animals. You see, so it's an experience that I don't want to remember. I don't want to remember what we went through. And ever since that time, we have been passing through such a scourge. You see, and nobody cares. You see. So the £20, what do you invest with £20? You have your father like that. By that time, I was not married. Mother was a widow. And you have to look after her mother. The £20, what do you fetch with it? You see. So with that £20, one had wanted to further more in education, but there's nowhere. You see, even that immediately after the war, no school, nothing was functional. Nothing was functional. You see, nothing was functional. So that pushed us to invest our energies in fighting to make 2 ends meet.
This is all we have for this week edition of History Books, and we promise to be with you next week with yet another great personality on our History Books with POV in Nigeria. My name is Henry Igwebuike. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.